Why are conservative women constantly under attack by the left, who portray us as somehow traitors to our gender? I'm Morgan.
I'm Anne-Marie.
I'm Sunny.
I'm Gina.
We're going to talk to Dr. Gina Loudon of the Dr. Gina Show about the sexism and misogyny of the left and why they're so threatened by us little old conservative women on today's episode of PolitiChicks. Our guest is the lovely and brilliant Dr. Gina Loudon of the Dr. Gina Show. Now, Gina is a frequent guest on Fox News, and she's here with us today. Now, Dr. Gina, Gloria Steinem once referred to Sarah Palin as the wrong kind of woman, and now the National Organization for Women was silent. And how is it that today Hillary Rosen can get away with what she said about Ann Romney? I mean, virtually demonizing her for her conservative choices. And we just hear crickets.
Yeah, don't hold your breath, because I don't think a lot is changing there. You know, let me reflect a question back to you. When is the last time you ever saw anyone from the left call out anyone on the left for anything? We do it all the time. When Boehner raised the debt ceiling, conservatives were up in arms saying, what? What? You're raising the debt? I mean, we call out our own all the time. I just helped run a campaign against a guy from Alabama who Breitbart's Breitbart called me one morning and said, I need you to get rid of this guy, sitting congressman, well entrenched, and he's a Republican, because we police our own. We call out our bad apples because we are transparent and authentic like that. You will never see that from the other side. So we need to make sure that we're not holding our breath or we'll be dropping over.
No, but they circle the wagons around all of them. No matter if they know they're wrong. No matter if they know that it's completely out of left field.
Exactly.
They circle their wagons and they do this consistently.
But it backfired with Ann Romney
it
this
did.
time.
It did.
But I mean, if you go back to Bill Maher, I mean, that if Bill Maher couldn't do these things, if he couldn't assault conservative women the way he does, I mean, would HBO even have a show on him?
No,
and I think that's the kind of thing where the pure evil of it comes out, that this is what you really hold as a value to women these days, and yet they turn around and say we are the enemies, we're the bad ones,
and we're the ones supposedly dividing.
Yeah,
we were never the ones dividing in the first place. You know, there are three very distinct and separate manufactured wars going on of the left on the right, and the one, as you talk about, the war on women, the war on race, and there's one more that I'm completely blanking. Class. And they've used their people and their plantation politics style to execute these wars, but it's blowing up in their face. If you look at, you know, they set up the complete movement, the 99%. You know, they set that all up so that we could then have Mitt Romney walk in and be that 1%er. But they didn't think about Ann, and they did the same thing. The whole war on women, you know, the Republican war on women, that blew up in their face too. Even the war on race is blowing up in their face because people asked a lot of questions in this Trayvon Martin case. They weren't going to take this sitting down. They wanted an investigation. The American people are really the ones who demanded that. So I do see the tide starting to turn just ever so slightly, and I think it's from the work of great women like you.
Well, I know the answer to this, but Dr. Gina, can
you're Gina, right? Gina, I'll call you Dr. Mom. Dr. Mom.
I know we all know the answer to this, but why are they so threatened by conservative women?
If you, all that comes to mind are those posters of conservative women and liberal women. That's all I can see in my eyes right now.
Probably going to add a visual of that.
Or you'll see the one where the conservative women have the gun and the liberal woman has the poster. You know, so they had a protest sign and we have the the Magnum, and then you wonder which one. We wonder which one would you rather have.
It is like anything else in our history. That is the friction and the pressure and the things that we've been through, the bumps and bruises we have from the things that they've done that have prompted us all to action as moms, as wives, as business owners, the things that we do in our daily lives. We have been so crushed that we have come up from under that, and we've educated ourselves, we've armed ourselves,
That's right.
and we've equipped ourselves to go and engage in this war, as we all really do see it at this point. So they should be scared. They have very good reason to be scared.
Could we be mounting the fence that we're mounting now without social networking? Because a lot of it comes to the point where that you have conservatives that we're so spread out, and we felt alone, so to speak. And now we're like, every day you meet a new conservative woman or a new person of color that's a conservative, you're like, we're not alone, and now you see like the troops rallying each other. How important do you think it is with the idea of social networking and being able to reach out?
I think they've awakened a sleeping giant as well. Because here's the thing: when Sarah Palin came to the forefront, she was the mama grizzly, you know, and it was like, don't attack me, don't attack my children. And I think so many American women out there are feeling the same thing because they ran to Ann Romney's defense. They did. And I think you've awakened the mothers and the strong, the mothers of military people. And you've got, you know, they're tired of getting bashed. They're tired of getting beat over the head and made fun of by the Bill Maher's of the world. And all these people. And they're doing the right thing, and I think they're going to hear from them.
I remember that when Sarah Palin burst on the scene, I knew about her because I knew that she had chosen to have her child with Down syndrome, and I'm also a mother of a child with Down syndrome, and so I was one of those on a committee that was out there trying to get her to be the vice presidential selection, and I didn't know a lot about her other than that she'd chosen life for this baby, and I admired that so much. But I identified with her in ways. She awoke something in me. Before that, it had always been my husband in politics, and I was very content to be the mom of 5 and to be his wife and all those things. But at that moment, when I realized that I saw in her a mother of 5 children, a mother of a child with Down syndrome, a mother who wasn't afraid to love the things that she loved, even if they weren't popular out there, I think that spoke to the hearts of a lot of women and really emboldened us. And I think that's why she has the place in conservative Mecca that she has now.
And one of the things when, to bring up on the point of Sarah Palin, when I was in Pella with her for the opening of Undefeated, and you know, first time I got to actually sit down and talk to her, the first thing she said to me was, are you ready? And I was like, are you ready for what? She said, are you ready for the hate and the nastiness and everything that's going to come your way from being associated with me? And I said, well, I think I have a little Sarah Palin DNA, so I'm okay. You don't have to worry about me on that one. But I think that is so important for us as women to come along and to backbone each other, to give each other the strength to say, don't back down. If they push you down, I'm behind you, so I'm pushing you back. And that kind of strength that we can garner and gain from each other, I think, is utterly important as well.
Isn't it such a sad state of affairs that we have to think that, you know, that we have to think we're going to be beat down and we're going to be criticized.
I do too. I think it's really great when you look out there and you look at, you know, at the Sarah Palins who just is who she is, you know, at folks like you who've had a movie career, and you're saying, you know what, I'm not going to let you tell me that because I've had a movie career I can't engage in politics. You're saying, I'm not going to let people tell me that I can only talk about race. I have other things I want to talk about. Thank you very much. And I think so. It's so beautiful how the war can be fought from exactly where women are. And I think that's the message that I so want to deliver to women. If you are great at baking cookies, then that is your, you know, then you go do that. If you are, you know, top partner at a law firm, then you come fight alongside us because we need all people who are passionate about the future for our children. That's what this country is.
That's what America is. We are a group of American people, no matter what it is we do, no matter what class you're sitting in, whatever it is, we are one. And once we get back together with that, I think we will be unstoppable, and we will be the #1 in the world, and we won't be beaten
I have
down.
no fear either. Do you guys don't feel any fear for this, do you?
I think you wear the fear as a badge, and I think this is so important, especially for women just starting out, because the liberal blogs will come after you.
Oh, yeah.
And when they do, though, I try to always think of it like, you know, Christians will say a jewel in your crown, but you can think of it like a badge of honor. You just tuck it away every time you're attacked, and you fight that much harder. I think it becomes your motivator, and not only that, I think it sort of becomes what prompts you upward when people attack you.
And you look at your children and you show them how to fight.
That's right.
And you don't get taken down by a bully. You don't let a bully bully you. You show them how to bring the fight.
That's right.
Well, we are all out of time, but thank you, Dr. Gina Loudon, for joining us today, and I cannot thank you enough. We just are so happy that you're here with us.
It's really an honor.
It's
Thank
wonderful.
you so much.
All right, and thank you. And remember, PolitiChicks, the right PC.